I think it was yesterday. There was a bunch of us hanging around in the LGD room chatting up things, and we had a little impromptu group game. And what we did is we went down. There was only like 8 to 10 of us in the room, so it was easy to go down the list in alphabetical order, and the next person plays. And every time it wasn't a reasonable move, we had to discuss why it wasn't reasonable. And then this next person's turn. That was fun. And as I mentioned then, that's a method I use in real, like here where it's just audio, but if we're all physically in the same room, then that's a method I use at those times for groups. There's those that sit around the table and they'll hang around the room, and those around the table have their turn, and we get to discuss the moves. It's really good in person, but it's not good generally in big groups here because you can't get a who's next. Okay. So for 15 minutes, should we, that's my stepdaughter and her horse, Melissa and Pockets. Should we do some take turns, which would be like 1 or 2 people, or shall we make our own game? I don't know. I think you should probably talk to, who's it, LGD Archives? They're around somewhere. Reverse take turns. Starting with 4 dogs. Let's see, what do people suggest here? Turns, profit records them, great. I know nothing about that. So people like to take turns, and since I've been chatting, we'll still have 15 minutes here. Well, why don't we just spend our time with the 4 dog, and we'll have more discussion, and we'll talk about what's going through our minds. And if you all behave yourselves, we might be able to hear some of what Hadlar has on his mind. If the screen's full of talking, he won't be able to type because it's off the screen already. And we'll see how it goes. Okay, set players. White, shygost, black is Hadlar. Okay, Hadlar. Of course, we're just playing in our empty corners. Since he has a nice corner in the upper right, the pinch is a bit pleasant for him because it really takes control. This is why I step a little further away, so his pinch isn't so easy anymore. He gets this move, which is very practical, but that real valuable thing is gone. I could have played at R9 for stability, but then you could pinch in virtual Sente. That would be nice. This isn't quite what we call a pinch. This group is much, much tighter, and notice I was threatening to surround his corner. So I picked up Sente. This is a technique. My regular R9 is more stable, but he has Sente. I'm white, Hadlar's black. That gives me my move. I can play on top, negating his double wing, or I can play my big move, which I like, because it helps support my group on the right, and my group on the right is center-oriented. So this fits the board a little better, although he gets a double wing if he wants it. Okay, I have to decide. If I play on my side, he gets his double wing with the extension. If I pinch to stop that, he gets to take away the Moyo I'm building. So I'm going to play regular. No, let me think about this. I kind of like that. No, I don't like that. I would show you the Giuseppes I'm looking through, except I'd have to take control and then I'd have to type in set players again, and I hate doing that, so I won't show you. I hate playing regular D14. It's so... it doesn't take any momentum at all. So I think that I'm going to do this instead. This is a bit of a special. This is more focusing on my... See, nowadays it's classical, but I was around when this move was new. 30 years ago, no one was playing this, not even Takamiya. I remember specifically when the 6-dans, that's back when I was 1-dan. Oh, the 6-dan started playing the E15, we were so excited about it. Now look how I picked up momentum. My moil looks very impressive, while his top only looks big. And that came from my E15. Now this doesn't make E15 a better move, because I didn't do anything practical. I gave him something practical and I took something potential. Ooh. Really? Really? That's exciting. Okay. If I ignore, he's going to get a move like O10 in Sente. O10 is very nice for his moyo and for breaking into my center. That's nice. Man. Okay. I hate it, but I need to stop that. I can't let him have that in Sente. If he tries this again, then when he comes around the top, it's not going to be Sente because I now have shape that I can live with. Hey, someone's finally rooting for me. I never get rooted for it. Ever. Help white J14. Interesting. We'll make sure we have time at the end to do some review here. Okay, he does his invasion. I take my corner. Now, I'm making a point of playing in a fashion where I get to attack him rather than take points because of my E15. So when I play this move, look at my E15 becoming practical. It wasn't practical before. I could have gone in a different direction and taken more points in my own corner. Okay. I don't think I need to defend. So I'm going to... we have about 5 minutes, and we're going to need all of that time to go through the review. So as much as we all like to see Hadlar beat me, I think we need to take a look. Intuitively, I feel that white has gained 2 points. That's very intuitive, right? How are you supposed to count 2 points? But it's intuitive. As a matter of fact, professionals have a way of doing this. You ask them, how far are you behind? They'll go, 2 points. How'd you count that? And they say, well, if someone were to ask me, if I gave you 2 points, how would you feel about the game? Oh, I'd be ahead. How about 1 point? No, I don't think so. Slack isn't quite the word. Very subtle. Let's go take a look.